name's Henry.
And I'm Maisie.
Just
Wow.
kidding! April Fools! Guys, welcome
My
to Mission
name's
Students.
Henry.
I'm Maisie. Oh my gosh,
We're
you
so
were
glad
so
you're here.
pranked. Get wrecked. Guys, we're so excited to be here with you today, and we are going to play another really, really fun game. We're so excited. Henry, will you tell us what game are we gonna play?
Absolutely. Okay, so what's gonna happen is it's called The Great Debate, and we're gonna be throwing slides on your screen, your device, whatever you're watching this on, maybe a projection on your brother's back, and you are gonna have to decide between two things. So let's get that first slide up there, techie
Let
person.
us get our first slide up. And the first question is, which color would win in a fight? Red or blue?
I'm a solid red guy. I think red, because blue's just too soft. You know?
That's fair.
He's so chill.
Let me ask you this question.
Who am I gonna get a juice box with? Blue.
Would you rather burn to death or freeze to death?
Whoa.
Because that's where my mind goes.
I think, honestly, if I'm being honest, I think freezing would be kind of chill.
So you would. Oh, you just were trying to make a pun.
Yeah.
Um,
Get it?
okay, we have Steph says red. Your boy Davin
What?
D.
Why blue?
Davin!
Davin!
Some people said purple, and to those people I say I
Oh.
dislike you, but you're also an intellectual.
She does have,
so
they do have a point. I have to give it to him on that one. And this isn't camp, so there is purpling allowed in the chat. Not that kind of purpling, you sickos. Okay.
Crazy,
I'm
crazy,
seeing a lot of
crazy.
blues. I'm seeing a lot of blues. All right.
Really?
I think it's
Because
time.
I'm seeing red in all caps by Lily Hicks.
That is true. I didn't think about that. You got me there.
Blue.
But Lance Court said red, so red wins.
Red wins
Red
because
wins.
Lance
All right.
said it. Okay, Henry, what's our next question?
I'm so glad you asked. Is a hot dog a type of sandwich? Yes or no?
This is mainly for the intellectuals who said purple before. I don't know if anyone else will actually be able to understand it.
I'm a big believer in that Jesus came for everyone, but I'm also, that being said, he did not come for those of you who think hot dog is a sandwich. Okay, that was a joke. That was a complete joke. But
What?
Mom,
Let's define
Mom, could you make me a
sandwich.
sandwich? Yeah, sure. Let me put it on the grill.
I'm sorry, do you consider a ham sandwich?
Yes. Yes. It's in the name.
But
a ham sandwich.
That's meat in between two things of bread.
Right.
Hot dog is meat in between two things of bread. I see no.
Okay, that's not just a sandwich, all right? A sandwich is more than that. A sandwich is an idea.
Okay,
It's a
we've got
concept.
some yeses and some nos. I hear a lot of
sandwich
no's.
is a social construct created
Hold
by our
on,
society.
but Mia said poopy. So I don't know.
I don't know what she got me there. All right.
Lance said no. That's
Okay,
the answer.
Lance,
It's
once
not
again,
a
my boy.
sandwich.
All right.
And I
Maze.
think that makes sense because the hot dog is just its own brand of food,
Right.
you know? Okay. Our next question is, which is better? This one's really, really hard for me. Tacos or burritos? It's actually National Burrito Day.
Heyo.
Fun fact.
Okay, but I'm saying, if I'm on a desert island and I could have an infinite supply of one of them, I think it's burritos. Because burritos
They're
are,
hearty.
and they're encapsulated. And I've never eaten a burrito and been like, man, I'm hungry for more. I've always been satisfied.
That's
with a burrito.
facts. I can only eat like 3/4 of burrito, and then you gotta save the rest.
Unpopular opinion, Taco Bell sucks. Sorry, it's the worst.
Okay, Jared
It
and
is
Matt
awful.
both said both.
Okay, but wait till you see what Lance says. All right, it's gonna be too big.
Whatever Lance says,
gonna be
that
big.
goes.
All
We
right.
all are aware.
Oh, he said tacos. Dang it, Lance. All right, hey,
Where did you see tacos?
the man has spoken.
Okay, wait. So we have a lot of boths. Guys, you're literally failing at the game. There's one rule. You have to pick something.
If there was an option that was
Bro.
both, this game would be cake.
I do like
Not
tacos, though.
burritos.
I also think tacos are a little bit more versatile
Mm.
because I don't know. I feel like it's like tacos are just a burrito opened up. That's a strange question.
Young Cake says, I'm Mexican, so both. Got us there, Young Cake. Bro, Young Cake, how have you been doing?
Whoever said burritos,
since
I like that.
since our Zoom the other day? Have your sides been sore from laughter?
Oh, okay, listen to this. Tacos, because you can taco about tacos, but you can't burrito about burritos.
But I would like to bring up Jack's point. Keegan sad? So
And then
Gotcha.
some people are just saying Dino Nuggets. So if
I'm
you
with
vote Dino Nuggets, you can vote now. But we're moving on. Henry, what is our next?
So glad you
question?
asked. Okay, so who would win in a fight? A taco or a grilled cheese? I'm just kidding. Who would win in a fight? Walmart or, pause for suspense, Target? Walmart or Target? I think the question has to come down to, is it the stores that are being personified as people, or is it their customers?
People. Because we all know Walmart is where you go at 2 a.m. in your PJs.
But I mean,
I've seen the memes from 2016 about it. I bet you have too.
we could show up to a Target right now and go to the toilet paper aisle and we could see. I feel like.
What would we see?
We would see if Target has the most aggressive customers or Walmart.
That's fair.
I
Are you
think-
saying that Walmart has toilet
I
paper
think
right now?
once
Because
you
if
walk
so,
through the
I
Walmart-
have to go.
Once you walk through the Walmart doors, I think there's just this spell that comes upon you that you just forget about all human rules and what it means to be a good person, and you just go off. Those low prices, they suppress our moral ambiguity.
That's so fair. You know, when I first heard this question, my thoughts immediately went to Target. Target is bougier. It is more expensive sometimes, but it might be worth the expense. It has 3 red dots, or circles. But Lance said Walmart, and that is
I'm
enough
gonna go on record
to
and saying
convince me.
IKEA.
Henry, you are what's wrong with our nation right now. It's not. Never mind. I'm not going there.
I am the number one problem.
You are the
All right,
number
Mace,
one
let's hear the
problem.
next question.
But I do want to say some people are saying Whole Foods, and to those people I say
Whole
that
Foods. Whole
is
Foods would win in a fight of like
fair.
who's lame. Got him.
that's facts. Okay, now Taylor wants to add that Whole Foods is a bunch of hippies. So
Got him.
if you want to roast him,
Hipster.
hipsters,
A bunch of hipsters. They couldn't find anybody.
That's true.
they couldn't find anybody.
Oh yeah,
he
bro.
says.
Let's go.
You heard
Actually,
it here
hold
first.
on. Let me take it down my snap hat and my smoothie bowl, and we'll see what.
My
literally.
acai-
To social distance, I would come over there and let them know.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on because Taylor is getting aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Calm down. Take a chill pill.
Taylor, put the chair down.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Next question. Which pet is best? Dogs or cats? I really like the timing
That was
of
a good
that.
timing right there. I'm a dog person. I'm sorry. I think it's. I'm like no, like I think you misheard me. Like when the full moon happens, I like actually turn into a dog. I'm actually a dog person. I am both.
I'm also a dog person. We have a dog. I as well at midnight turn into a dog. No. But cats, I don't know. Something has grown on me about cats recently.
It's because you.
Some
you
people
are a
are
cat.
saying Obama.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think those are the same people who said purple. If you don't get what I'm saying you're an intellectual.
Above the law.
Mission Students says dogs for sure. I thought we were mission students, so I'm a little hurt, but it's fine. Goats, dogs,
Goats
dogs,
are the goat.
dogs.
What can I say?
Keegan's starting his own poll, Starbucks or McDonald's.
Oh, I like it.
Dogs, allergic to both. Totally fair. My allergies are really acting up right
You're
now.
allergic
Totally
to
really.
McDonald's and Starbucks?
We have to find Lance's answer.
I don't think he's answered yet. Well
He
played,
was just
Jared.
saying well played to Jared.
Wow, we're really scrolling back
Henry,
far
vamp
that
for
one.
me while I find
Okay.
Lance.
Ski bop bop da. I think I should do a little freestyle right now. Okay, here we go.
He said
3,
dogs.
2, 1. Lance is the man, and he has all the answers. Everybody knows that he is top of the prancers. He jumps around like a giant cat, and everybody knows that he is not fat because he works out all day, every day, and he knows that he doesn't come here to play. He comes here to win, and that's a fact. Yeah, Lance is the best, and he's not attacked. by a
We
cat.
actually, funny story, he wrote that all before this. His
All
hit
prepared.
single going to be coming out
I painted
tomorrow.
it on the inside of my eyelids.
But Lance did say dogs, so we all know the answer from here on out.
He got us. All right, so who would win in a thumb war? Henry or Maisie?
Lily. Lily
Lily
is
would
the
win.
answer. If you guys have never battled Lily, in
Lance
a
literally
thumb
said,
war-
I am Lily.
he said I am, comma Lily. Henry, grammar. You've
Sorry.
only
I
been out
am.
of school for a little while,
Lily.
but I do like it without the comma a little bit more.
Fun fact, we will be deciding this right after this question. We'll see it live.
We could debate it. We'll wait for some of your answers to come in right now, and then we'll do an actual thumb war, and we'll see who wins. I'm
Both?
telling you now, it's
How can you
me.
both win a thumb war? Oh, gotcha.
Kalia said Henry.
Thanks, Kalia. My mom. Yo, Mia, you got a point there. No one can beat your mom.
But
in a thumb
Mia, let's say I am your mom, I think, which is a fair statement because I love you a lot.
war. Aw.
Let's have a wholesome moment, okay, guys? Gosh.
Not all jokes here at Mission Students. We have a lot of variety. Yeah, I think it's time. Let's go.
Wait, Lance, please say me.
No.
Then we don't have to do it.
No, Lance, no.
Please, Lance.
Lance, say
Please
both.
say me.
We're about to see what happens.
Lance, please
Dang it.
say me.
Mia says Corona. Ugh. All right, let's see.
too
Maisie, come
topical.
on. Just Maisie, let's go right here,
No,
right now.
I want to see Lance.
Sorry, Henry. I think your sister would win. Whatever. I don't care.
If I don't win this right now,
Lance, I'm
Lance
sorry. Who
said
wrote a
me,
rap about you?
And I literally am so honored. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Surprise attack.
Stop it!
Yeah. You weren't thinking of that, were you? You're moving. It has to be in front of the camera. Documented. I got her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Lance, take that, son.
He cheated.
All right, Maze. What's our next question?
Okay. This one,
Wow, you
Is
really had
very
to compose
important.
yourself. This one
One
is
moment.
very important.
which is scarier? Can I get close in the dogs? Wait, no, that's completely scratch that. Which is scariest? Pugs, babies, or snakes?
I'm gonna go with babies. Cause Ice Age baby exists, number one. Number two, I feel like I could break one. Number three,
So that's scary because of your own
Yeah.
fear of failure.
yeah, essentially. And I think, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a baby that is in a Pixar short called Tin Toy, and it's terrifying.
It is very terrifying.
so
Wasn't it the
scary.
first like animated baby?
Something
Pugs
like
are
that.
also little
I'm looking it up right now.
little
just to prove my
frightening. Snakes, kind of the real threat, I do
fact. I would
think.
say so.
Lily Hicks said Tyler. I don't know if you're just
You forgot the A.
mispronouncing
Yeah.
Taylor's name or you're meaning Tyler Hickerson or
Okay,
there are a lot of answers.
pause for this terrifying baby. Do you see what I mean?
Matt said baby snakes.
Baby pug snakes.
I
Yeah, no,
think
that
we've
baby's
reached
terrifying.
the maximum scary.
Number
And
peak.
that is baby snakes. But I'm also okay. Lance said babies, and that
and that's
makes
the
sense.
final answer.
So if you didn't know, all of those were fears or are fears currently that Taylor Hunt has, and he's gonna come on in a second. But we wanted to leave you with one more thing to think about. If we
Final
could get serious for a second, just
Like, let's bring down the. Can we bring
let's
down the
compose
lights?
ourselves. Light guy, please. Tom.
Tom, could you please turn down the. Tom's asleep. It's fine.
Tom is
Tom's dead.
his job. Dang it, Tom.
We have a real question to ask you guys. You want to do it? Or should
I literally said you should do it.
Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes or no?
And just to make you mad, we might turn off the chat before you can answer. Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's all welcome Taylor with applause. Applaud your screen.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I have a real question for you. Is who is your favorite, Henry or Maisie? So I'm just saying, I think you need to comment that in the chat, and we'll see who is there. And also, I agree with Lance. Babies are definitely the scariest out of those. Like, dude, no, snakes. That's actually the scariest because that just freaks me out. I don't know. I couldn't do that. And it's pretty crazy. But anyways, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Glad we could all be together. If you don't know me, my name is Taylor, and I get to hang out with middle school and high school students here at Mission Students. And I am afraid. Can anybody beat me to the things that I'm afraid of and put them in the chat before I can say them? I am afraid of pugs, snakes, and babies. And my favorite thing in the entire world, if you know this, see if you can beat me before I say it by commenting. But one of my favorite things in the entire world has got to be Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying Chick-fil-A is proof like that God loves us. I mean, what we say here at Students, you don't have to believe what we believe in order to belong. But if you don't know if there's a God, go to Chick-fil-A, and then it will probably prove to you that there has got to be one, because that is some good chicken. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, welcome to Middle School Live, where we get to hang out on Thursday nights. If this is your first time here, we're going to drop a new student connection card down in the chat right now. So make sure you click on that and fill one out. Nick Drucker, I do not need you to fill one out with your mom's name. Don't need that, dude. Just if you're new, make sure you fill out one of those, so that way we can help you stay connected to everything that's going on around here. And also, if you haven't, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes, we're going to sound like YouTubers, but make sure you like and subscribe, murder that like button, because we want to keep you up to date on everything that's going on. And also make sure you turn notifications on. That way, whenever we post a new video, whenever we go live randomly or something, you'll be notified as to what's going on, and that will be great. Also, follow us on Instagram. We've got tons of great things coming out on Instagram. We've got like funny videos with leaders. That's also a way we're keeping you updated of everything that's going on. So make sure you follow us on Instagram at mission_students. We'll drop that down in the chat too, and we will follow you back. And who doesn't want a follow back? That's always great. Also, if you did not know, we are having some midweek hangouts other than Thursday nights. This Friday is actually our first ever Fortnite Friday, so it's going to be epic and amazing. I'm going to jump on and play, and I will destroy all of you. Hayden Hickerson, one of our girl leaders, is going to jump on and play. I'm pretty sure Daly, who's over here behind the camera, Daly's going to play. She's shaking her head. Yes, right now, Daly is going to play. It is going to be amazing. You don't want to miss out on it. We'll actually jump on a Zoom call, and then we'll break up into teams right there and make sure that we can all be together and have fun. So it will be awesome. So if you have not already, make sure you send us your epic games, gamer tag, and we'll get on. And if you don't have Fortnite, this is the perfect time to get Fortnite. So that way we can all hang out together. You can download on your phone, on your whatever, on your Xbox, your Switch, whatever you have. Download it there, and it will be awesome. You don't want to miss it. And then also, we're doing a thing called Middle School Late Afternoon Live. So we're just jumping on and hanging out on Zoom and playing some fun and funny games. Go ahead. If you were there, raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. What are you doing? This is a chat. You can't do that. But we actually got on this past week and had a lot of fun hanging out together. And so there were some crazy games, some jokes. This week we're actually going to play Jackbox Party Games. So it's going to be on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. We'll jump on. You don't want to miss out. So make sure you're there. And again, if you like and subscribe to the YouTube page, and also if you follow us on Instagram, then you'll be notified about all the things that are going on. So make sure you do that, and it'll be awesome. Well, tonight we're going to actually have a Devo together. We have a special guest who's going to be bringing our Devo tonight. But also, if you're new and you don't know where to go after we have our Devo, you can stay on the chat and we can chat it up, and I will help you get connected to a group, or we'll actually drop the links to all of the small groups in the chat, and so you can just click on one of those. But here we go. We're going to jump into tonight's Devo, so listen up. Plot twist, it's me. Hey, have you guys ever taken a bad picture? I mean, I know that you look fabulous all the time, but if you were anywhere remotely human, then you've probably taken a bad picture once or twice in your life. And I remember my junior year of high school, at my club soccer practice one day, we were in a scrimmage, and so I went up and I stole the ball from this guy on my team who was just kind of a pest, and so I steal the ball from him, turn towards my goal. I'm sure I was about to score a goal when all of a sudden from behind me, I just feel this arm reach around and whack me straight in the face. And I mean, it whacked me hard enough where I fell straight to the ground, and I'm like writhing in pain in the grass, when all of a sudden I feel something kind of swirling around in my mouth. And so I turn around over in the grass and I spit out, and I see two little white pieces that look like pieces of chiclets. And then all of a sudden I run my tongue over my front teeth and realize that I had just lost half of my front tooth, and it had been knocked out by this guy on my soccer team. And so, I mean, I was ticked. So I get up, run over to him, and I'm just about to take out all of my anger and frustration on him. Whenever he rolls over, writhing in pain, and you see this giant gash that's like 8 inches long, and just blood is streaming out of it. And I didn't feel a little bit better until that night when he went to get staples in his arm from the ER and got 7 staples. But the real problem came when I realized that I had to go to school the next day with half a tooth, because the dentist couldn't get me in until like 2 p.m. to get a new tooth. And so the whole day I had to go walking around looking like some redneck hillbilly straight from the Tiger King. And so I'm walking around the halls. My friends are trying to get me to smile, and I'm just like keeping my face shut, and no one could get a picture of it. When all of a sudden some girl who said that she cared about me and was very cute asked me to send her a picture because she wanted to see the damage that had been done. So I sent her a selfie, and then she just sent it to all of my friends. Thanks for nothing, Jennifer Link. And we actually have that picture that we're going to show you guys Just kidding. I would not show that to you. It would haunt me forever. But every time I look at that picture, man, I just zoom in on my teeth and can't help but look past it. I mean, that is the only thing that I can see, the only thing that I can focus on. And you've probably had the same thing happen to you, you know, whenever you're taking a picture, a family photo, and your hair is all messed up, and you're like, oh my gosh, I look hideous. Or maybe, you know, you've taken a picture and you had a little blemish on your face, but when you look at it, you only see a pimple that looks like it's the size of Mount Rushmore, and you think every time someone else looks at it, they can only lock eyes with that landmark, and you're like, oh my gosh, this picture is so painful to look at, take it down, I hate it. And what I've been realizing lately is the same thing that I do whenever I look at a painful picture is kind of the same way that I look at life whenever I'm in the midst of a painful situation. I tend to zoom in on the bad. I tend to focus on my feelings. I tend to focus on all the things that are happening around me. I tend to focus on the things that I've lost. I tend to focus on my hurt. I tend to focus on the fact that my schedule, my habits, my routines have been lost and are gone out the window. And that's what I've been doing this past couple weeks, is zooming in on the hurt and the pain that I've been feeling. And others of us, when we feel pain, we tend to zoom out. We try to make our pain fade into the background. You know, we try to deny that the pain is even there, which I'm just saying, if someone had a huge pimple on their face, we would not want them to pretend like it was there, deny that it even existed. We would want them to take care of that bad boy, and so that way it wouldn't be a painful problem for the rest of us. And zooming out is whenever you try to get beyond your pain without processing your pain. It's trying to take your pain out of focus, to hold it at arm's distance, to push it away, to ignore it, to cram it down, to hide it. It's acting like we're doing all right, that we're saying that we're fine, that nothing's going wrong, that everything is all good. We're just living the dream, baby. When in fact, we are not living the dream, baby. I mean, zooming out is tricky because there are also certain people that follow Jesus, and they're well-meaning, but they zoom out without ever processing their pain. And some of them, they don't let themselves feel their pain, and instead they just say things like, you know, God's got this. I'm just living my best life. I mean, my #blessed life. Like, the world is falling apart, but God is still in control. And those are good things to say, but man, whenever we work through pain, God doesn't want us to just zoom out. He wants us to zoom in and zoom out. And the truth that I've been learning is whether you're more likely to zoom in or whether you're more likely to zoom out, neither of those things are bad. The only thing is bad is whenever we only do one or the other. See, all of the best photos that you've ever seen is whenever a photographer has balanced the tension between zooming out. And the truth is, God knows that the thing that makes a great picture also makes for a great life. Whenever we can zoom in and zoom out in the midst of our pain, in the midst of our problems. Remember the story that we talked about in John chapter 11, where Jesus gets a letter from these two sisters, Mary and Martha, letting him know that their brother, one of Jesus' best friends, is sick. And this isn't just like he has a cough or, you know, he's got the runs or something like that. He is sitting on his deathbed level sick. And so after Jesus reads this letter and hears about his dear friend's disease, you remember what he does? He stays put for 2 more days. I mean, how crazy is that? Jesus' friend is on his deathbed, and yet he stays put for 2 more days. But after these days have gone by, Jesus gets his ragtag band of friends to come together, and they decide to head toward Mary's house. As they're on their way, they actually run into some people, and they find out that Lazarus has actually been dead, and he's been in the tomb for 4 days. I mean, this situation went from bad to worse. This situation went from a glimmer of hope to no hope. And last week, we looked at in the midst of our pain by sitting and weeping with us. But man, this week, I want to look at a different character in the story. I actually want to look at 2 different characters in the story. I want to look at Mary, because as Jesus is approaching the house, man, people are lining the streets. You know, they've brought casseroles and soups. Like, the meal train is in full effect for this grieving family. When all of a sudden, Martha bursts out down the street towards Jesus. And I mean, Martha, this woman who has cried out for help, this woman who is probably sitting beside her brother as he breathed his last, this woman who is in the midst of her pain, in the midst of her heartache, who has been weeping for days, who has no reason to be joyful or happy, man, she runs down the street, probably having no more time for tears, and she runs up to Jesus, and then she says, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. Zoom in. You know what she's saying? You know what I think she's saying? She's saying, man, this situation sucks. Like, how could you let this happen? Man, I'm so mad. I'm so frustrated. Like, God, where were you in the midst of my pain? Where were you in the midst of this process? I needed you, and it didn't feel like you were there. See, Martha lets herself feel the pain. She zooms in on her feelings, and she expresses them to God. Man, and some of us, man, we need to zoom in. See, the truth is, in the midst of this corona chaos, like, we've all lost something. Man,
getting to play sports, schedules and routines, rhythms, things that we were used to. Maybe it's the loss of a trip or a vacation. Maybe everything is stressful. Mom lost her job. Your dad's out of work. Man, some of us, we've had some people fall ill during this season. Man, others of us, we've lost some people this season. Man, and we need to zoom in and allow ourselves to feel our feelings and to process our pain and to take those raw feelings to God. Let God know that this situation stinks. To allow yourself to be mad, to allow yourself to feel whatever you feel and to be okay with taking that to God. See, Mary and Martha, they say the same thing whenever they both see Jesus. They say here, man, our brother would not have died. And you know what his response is? He doesn't get mad. He doesn't bring enough faith. He has a conversation with Martha, who just needs to talk, and Mary, who just needs to weep. Man, Jesus weeps with her. Zoom in and allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling, whenever you can process whatever it is that you need, man, then God wants to give that thing to you. Like if you need to talk, if you need to cry, he wants to cry with you. If you need to be mad, he wants to give you space to be mad. If you don't know what it is that you're feeling, he wants to process your feelings with you. But then Mary and Martha, man, they don't stop there. Look what Martha says in verse 22. After she says, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. She says this. She says, but I know that even now God will give you whatever you ask. She zooms out. You know what she's saying? She's saying, I know you are powerful. I know you're working. I know that you're in control. I mean, this has to be one of the most epic big buts in the entire Bible. Did you catch what she said? She said, if you would have been here, my brother would not have died. But I know. She says, this is what I'm feeling. But God, this is what I know is true. She's saying my feelings aren't final, but God, right now they feel like they are. But I'm reminding myself of what is true. And this isn't some Christian-y way of denying her pain. Oh no, this is a powerful moment where she says that life is hard, this sucks, but I choose to trust in you. And so here's what zoom in, zoom out prayers look like. It's my life is bad, but God, I know that you are good. My situation seems hopeless, but God, I know that you can help me. God, I feel like I'm all alone, but I know that you are with me. I'm so mad. I'm so frustrated because of all the things that I've lost, but God, I am grateful for the good things that you have given me. See, God doesn't want you to dwell on your pain, but he also doesn't want you to deny it. He knows that peace in the midst of a storm only comes when we zoom in and then we zoom out. So what is it that you need to process? What is it that you need to zoom in on? What do you feel like you've lost in this season and in this situation? What is something that you need to zoom in on and take to God? And then how can you zoom out? How can you remind yourself that God is still in control even whenever it doesn't feel like he really is? How can you remind yourself that God still has a plan even in the midst of pain? We're actually going to talk about that more tonight in groups. So let's pray together and then we're going to head that way. God, we just thank you for loving us and for caring for us, and God, for being in control. And God, we know that even whenever it doesn't feel like it, God, that you are with us in the midst of our pain. And so I pray that this week you would help us to zoom in and to allow ourselves to feel our feelings. But again, I pray that you would help us to zoom out and remember that our feelings aren't final. And God, that there is a lot of truth that we can anchor our lives onto, truth that you're with us, truth that you'll never leave us. God, truth that you are present in the midst of pain. And so God, help us this week to remind ourselves of those things. God, help us to let ourselves zoom in and zoom out as we process this pain. And God, we love you so much. In your name we pray. Amen.
All right, guys. Hey, we're going to actually head to our small groups now. So we're going to turn the chat back on, and then we will drop your small group links into the chat. So you can click on your link, and you'll be able to jump right into your group. If you need to help get connected into a group or anything, you can just stay on the chat and hang out with me, and we can figure out how to get you into a group, or you can just go ahead and click on the link of your grades group. So go ahead, if you already have your link, go ahead and go get into your group. It's on the middle school website. Also, man, don't forget, if you're new, make sure you fill out a Connect card so that way you can stay up to date on everything that's going on. And also, don't forget, Fortnite Friday is tomorrow. so you don't want to miss out. So make sure you are there for Fortnite Friday. But go ahead, jump into your small group leaders. You can click this link too, and you can jump in your group. And we will see you on Friday, or we will see you on Tuesday, or we will see you next Thursday back here at Middle School Live. And we look forward to getting to connect all throughout the week. So make sure, jump in your group, and then you can get plugged right in. If you need any help, just comment right in the chat and we can get you hooked up. We'll stay on here for just a couple minutes until everybody is off, and then we will get you on. Head to your groups. Also next week, we do have a special guest coming. Lessons with Levi. The life lessons you've always wanted will be here. So make sure, again, like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be dropping some lessons with Levi where you can get the best life advice that you've never wanted, and it'll be amazing. So make sure you do that. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. But head to your groups. Head to your groups. Head to your groups. I see you. 9 people still on here. Slackers. Head that way. We got some jazzy music now. This is pretty sweet. If you're still here, you at least got to talk to me in the chat. What is this? Come on. Head to your group. All right, guys, we're going to shut down the stream. Remember, you can head to missionventura.com/middle school to stay connected with us. There you'll find the link to our YouTube channel. You'll find all the YouTube live updates. You'll find your small group Zoom links, Instagram. You'll find info about Fortnite Friday, middle school late afternoon live. All of the fun things are on the website, so make sure you check out the website. Also, before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram. We will see you back here next week.